What's up? What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Going.
Good. Northwest
All
in the
right.
house, Kentucky Owl.
We have split and shared some samples.
Yep, Chester. What's our lineup?
So I think we should start with the confiscated, then switch after that one, move on to the rye, and then leave the batch 11 for last.
You don't think doing bourbon's going to throw a curveball?
I think we will be surprised enough by how well this rye hits that, like, it's not going to be one that's so bitter you're like, and has so much spice that you're like, why did I do this? I think it's going to be so balanced. You're going to be like, what in the world? I need to go find this.
All right. Well, that is in order of price point, so we can start on that. And after we go through that order of price point from the confiscated to the batch 3 rye to the batch 11, which is that new, then we can see how they hit and see if trying the bourbons back by back add a different perspective to them. So yeah, let's start with going in order of price.
I mean, unless you want to go big and we go expensive to cheapest. I'm game either way.
I say we save the best, the highest price for last. I don't know if it's the best yet or not.
No, we'll see.
All right. Confiscated.
48.2, 96.4 proof. Kentucky Owl confiscated. It was named in honor of the barrels that got confiscated by the government during the Prohibition. It has a really light nose. Is that what you guys are getting to? Really light woods and vanillas, but not
a little bit of leather as well with it. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. It's good though. Smells good. I could just sit here and smell it, but I won't.
Yeah.
Got nice dark red fruits on the side of the mouth. Lots of honey on the tongue. A little pepper in the back of the throat.
Yeah, I got the pepper on the tip of my tongue a little bit right at the end.
This one though, I get very little of that Kentucky hug. Very little burn, which really makes it enjoyable. It coats the tongue very nicely.
Yeah. Yeah, a really good finish in a bourbon is something that is just great because it makes you not just immediately go for another drink. It lets you sit there and enjoy it for a minute.
Yeah, all the way through.
This is the only one of the 3 that I've had before. And I'll be honest, it's one of my favorite bottles that I have. Like, it's the first time I've had this bottle, and I've been milking it. I've been saving it because it is nice. I really like it.
I've got a couple bottles like that where I'm like, I like it so much that I don't drink it.
Mm-hmm.
How long can I savor this?
Yeah, there's only 3 or 4 bottles that I own that I love it so much that I avoid it because I want to save it for those special occasions where I'm like, that blueberry yum yum, I still have almost half a bottle left because I love it so much that it's got to be a really good night to sit there and sip on one glass and then not touch it again for like a month.
And it's fun to say, blueberry yum yum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that it is. All right, you guys ready to move on to the rye? All right. 10-year small batch, 114 proof, 57%. Bottled in 2018, batch number 3.
Batch 3 from 2018. We'll probably never see this bad boy again.
I still can't believe we found it on post.
Neither can I.
Get a whole lot more spice coming off of this from the nose. but also that you still have that leatherness as well from even the confiscated is still there.
It's got a very bright nose.
Yeah, I'm smelling a cocktail to where there's a little bit of like yellow fruits and mint.
Yeah, it's what I was going to say, and it has a strong fruit pushing through as well.
Yeah, but I'm not getting red fruits at all. I'm getting yellow fruits like peaches, nectarines, pineapples, but not necessarily citrus.
I get some maple. I get a little bit of like maple syrup, a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some peach pancakes. It's more drying than the other one.
That's delicious.
That is really interesting for the rye.
It gives a bigger hug. Definitely a bigger hug than the confiscated gave me. Not unpleasant, but I get more of that hug in the chest a little bit.
It's got a stronger finish than the confiscated. Yeah. Man, on the back of the palate, like before the throat, back of the mouth, it's so much more complex than the confiscated did. But I'm still getting a lot of light fruits in the front. The subtle peaches, nectarines, things like that. But it's not overwhelming. It's not super strong.
Yeah,
it's pretty subtle.
No, it's tasty. I like the complexity of it.
Yeah, for the 114 proof, it's even mellower. Like the confiscated burns a little bit more on your gums as well when you swish it around and getting all those flavors. Where this put out all of that burning, which is weird for a rye. You think you'd be the other way around. So yeah, very interesting.
My favorite rye has always, well, for the last couple of years has been Angel's Envy rye. I've always thought at some point I want to put these side by side because this is the first one I've tasted that I've been thinking, oh man, this might actually edge it out. Like this is really
it's even comparable.
Yeah.
So out of all the rye, you've had a lot more ryes than I have because I'm just a bourbon guy. I like whiskey and bourbon. I have not had many ryes. I've probably had less than 5. But you would say this is the only rye you've had that you would compare with Angel's Envy rye, like quality-wise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, and I don't want to. I think I like this better, but again, I'm not drinking it right next to Angel's Envy rye, but this is really delicious.
Yeah,
and you get
smooth,
it's very
buttery.
Yeah, I would say you get more maple brown sugar on Angel's Envy than you get on this, and this you get more of those fruit notes that Mark that you were describing.
Yeah, it'd be fun to side by side those two blind to where somebody else pours for you.
I mean, you would definitely tell them apart just because of that rum finish that Angel's Envy has, but you would not be mad at yourself.
No. No. Sounds like a good time to me.
Exactly. So, if we're ready, we can go ahead and pull out the big guns. All right, let's move on to batch 11. This is 118.8 proof, 59.4% alcohol by volume.
Smells really sweet.
I just smell the butteriness.
Yeah.
It smells like a elephant ear.
Or like butterscotch candy. I kind of get those old. Yeah.
Like get some Werther's Originals.
Ooh. I also get like some cherries and honey in there, like cherries and honey when I'm smelling it. Oh man,
it smells good.
Yeah,
it smells good.
Yeah, this is going to be rough. I'm sorry. Yeah,
does not disappoint.
Dark wood with cherry jam on top.
Oh, you're getting the cherry. Oh,
and smooth, like all the way across the palate. There's not one place that it's like burning higher or anything else. It's just
there's no sharp spikes.
Wow.
Very well balanced.
What did you pay for this bottle again?
ouch.
I just want to hear it because I think it's worth it. I don't even remember what you said, but it's worth it.
Start from the bottom.
Yeah,
Like,
what?
Can we say the price of each one?
So 300.
Well
Back
spent.
to left.
250.
Batch 3 rye, 250.
And this one was 130. So you'll find it anywhere online from 100 to good night. There's places selling it for 200 plus, even for the confiscated. So,
Man.
Yeah, you got it before on post did the price jump.
yeah,
Because,
it was 109 the month prior, or was it 106?
103.
Yeah.
It was 103 even. And then we went back the very next month after I picked up this one for 103 even.
132.
And it was one.
Those bastards.
Yeah, I was like, where did that extra $30 come from? Same one sitting on the shelf. They jumped it up on me.
Yep.
This is it is just delicious though. I mean, 300, but it's a special bottle, a special occasions bottle. But I mean, I can't imagine like you have you're celebrating a birthday or a special day or New Year's. I mean, this is your bottle. This is amazing.
Yeah. You're going to pour a drink, and then after that nice fancy drink, you're going to switch to something cheaper.
Yeah.
That's for damn
Yeah,
sure.
it's because it's Friday. You're drinking it because it's your birthday on a Friday.
So my special bottle has been my master's keep. I sent you guys a picture of that earlier. Stacy and I have done some work. We celebrated with, just a taste of master's keep. I want to put this up against master's keep at some point because I think this might beat it. I mean, this is really well balanced. It's a beautiful drink.
Yeah, you let me try that Master's Keep, and it was really good. But now I'm like, man, that was a year ago.
Was that a year ago we tried your Master's Keep? God.
I guess maybe it was 6 months.
Yeah. Was it Memorial Day?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I had it from he dropped me off a sample like
that's right.
a month or two before that when they bought it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Man.
And I love it. It's been the favorite one on my shelf, but now I'm like, honey, can we buy some of this? This is delicious.
Can we put a budget aside? $50 a month, 6 months will be good.
This might become my favorite line of drinks. Like all three of these, I feel like they're all three worthy of that special bottle. Like you could break out for a nice occasion.
Raise that bar just that much more.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only point of concern that I've had ever since we bought these, I've been paying more attention to Kentucky Owl News. The only point of concern that I've got is a lot of talk on WhiskeyTube is that ever since Kentucky Owl got bought out, that they feel the quality is going to decline. And just the fact that the dude's great-grandfather was the one who opened it, and he was the one that, opened the confiscated bottle and all that, they feel like that it's not going to have the same heart in it. And so I'm hoping that's not the case.
Yeah, that is going to be tough.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the confiscated and the batch 11 side by side.
Yeah, so I just switched back to the confiscated, and it is even mellower now on the tongue after working our way up, to where you do get a lot more of the fruits coming through and a little bit of that spice, to where it's not burning as bad.
You can't see her because she's off screen, but Stacy right now is amening you. Or what? She's like, yep. She's over here because I poured her a little of each. And
Oh, good. So she's drinking some of it too. Hey,
Yeah,
cheers, Stacy.
That's why we gave you the sample bottles full to the brim.
yes, she was very appreciative.
But yeah, working the way back down, like it mellows it out so much more, and you get all of that flavor. It's not really burning or anything else now. It's just really enjoyable. Wow.
Still good, though. That coffee stain is still good, though.
Yeah. I get more of that leather taste with it for the finishing taste, but still, like, there's so much fruits and everything else going on. Like, yeah, you're not going to be mad when someone gives you a glass.
No. So going from that straight back to the 11.
I'm just disappointed 2 months ago, the Angel's Envy Rye emptied. Otherwise, I would have to do that live comparison to see how it is, because they're going to be close.
Yeah.
They're going to be close.
Man, those are good.
Very.
I'm trying to think now, if I took any other line, whether it's Elijah Craig or Maker's Mark, I'm wondering if I could put three together that I would like as much as I like these three from Kentucky Owl. I mean, it is really good.
Three of them are great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know that I've had three from another that I would just, maybe Maker's Mark has three that I could line up.
But you'd have to do three Maker's private selects next to each other.
Right, yeah.
Or like the cast string against the private select against Maker's 46 cast string. Or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna revisit the rye real quick.
I mean, you could do, because Buffalo Trace has so much stuff on the market in a vast array, like, depending on what you find. I mean, even going lower end, there's a lot that you could pair, and like we should look at doing an Eagle Rare with Blanton's and like a regular Buffalo Trace, or seeing if we can find an E.H. Taylor to put with it to do those together. That would be a really interesting.
I've got all those plus an H&H to put on that line.
It would be very, I think, worthwhile for our taste buds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, after doing a side by side,
I was drinking a 7.
No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just going to say, right before this, I drank some 1792 Foolproof, which I think is really good. But
yeah, it is.
This is, I mean, there's just no comparison. Like, this is amazing stuff.
Yeah. I agree. I love 1792. Their whole lineup is great. My favorite is the Bottled and Bond from them. I don't know why. I just love the flavor that it brings. But the Foolproof, the proof hits you harder than the flavors. And so with this, it doesn't.
Right.
And after doing a side-by-side of the bourbons, going back to the rye is just super refreshing and just delicious. I don't know. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
You're right, because when you go from, when we went back to the confiscated, it mellowed out the confiscated, but then going to the rye, you get all those flavors.
It's a burst.
They just,
yeah.
It's like
and
Harvard.
It'd be really tough ranking them now.
That 311, I would have to put, and obviously price point is the highest, but I also think it's the top of the three.
Yeah. So I think rank wise, price point is appropriate to put Lowest to highest as quality of what we're tasting. I think putting confiscated, then the rye, then the batch 11. Yeah, I think that's a good order of how you would rank them. Do I think that it's equivalent to the price point to where the confiscated is really not? It's $100 a bottle versus $300 a bottle. That's a big difference.
Yeah, that one hurts.
Yeah.
It's in order. But
I mean,
any other brand. That's the thing that we were just talking about. Any other brand, when you're talking about, like, if you went Makers, like Makers 46 cast strength versus one of the private selects or Makers Mark cast strength, or if you go Old Forester, if you're like, how does the 1910 versus 1920 versus the 100 proof signature or Buffalo Trace, if you're like, how would you like blind rank Blanton's versus Eagle Rare versus each Taylor? It's like the price point isn't this different.
yeah,
This
Right.
is
Yeah. I would like Antique Wellers is another one that I think could be interesting to.
the 107 versus like the special reserve and the single barrel and the full proof.
yeah. So I went to a bar in Spokane that had all of them. So I did a flight of 5 different Wellers. I mean, how do you not?
Yes.
And like, the ones that I was expecting to have the most bang for the buck, I was like, eh. And like, it was just weird because like I did so many and they were all so different and good. But like I couldn't choose a winner. Like they were all so different and good that it was hard. Like there was no single standout across the board. And I mean, I'm going each way with my samples. Like, which one do I like more? Which one's pulling me one way or the other? And even the other person I was there with, he was just like, "Wow, like those are all really good, but they're different." I'm like, "I know, like I'm torn." Where normally I can say like I have a favorite.
Yeah.
It was tough. They were all good, but I think in our secondary market, what we get in the Pacific Northwest, they're so overpriced by the time they make it to us that I don't want to pay $100 for something that's being sold for $50 somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's rough.
It is, and it's going up so quickly right now. Stacy and I were at the liquor store today in Sumner. We were like just blown away by how fast. Yeah, we saw Blant's for $170, and it just feels like
we just bought it for like $90.
Yeah, we bought it for $90 last year.
Oh my god!
No, this year.
This year.
Yeah, earlier this year.
Yeah, and Mark just bought it the other day for $80 with tax out the door.
It was the sticker price was $65.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was that at?
At Safeway.
Where did Safeway?
Because I've made friends with the guy who orders the liquor there, so he stashed one for me.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good find because we just, like I said, just today we went, and that store in Sumner, I always rave to you guys about it. The Sumner liquor store, great spot, family owned. I just love it. But man, $170 for that Blanton's, and I was like, no, I can't do it.
You just put $85 on the table. Like, here it is. Take it or leave it.
I told you guys
Sale right now.
In my immediate area, there's 2 other stores that I've seen Blanton's at, and both of them, the exact same bottle. Both of them are $200 even. And I'm like, no! Does that really say 200?
Was it the bottle in John Wick? What is it getting its extra writing titles from?
Yeah. Is that one of those special Japanese imports or something? No? Okay. Fly Guy.
Yeah. All right, guys. It has been fun.
Yeah.
But I
right,
think we've hit the conclusion. This should be quite the video for me to upload for Mark to download.
Yeah.
To download the upload of the download.
Wrapping it up, if you can find Kentucky Owl at retail, it's a buy because it's freaking delicious. It has a very distinct flavor profile, and it is just good stuff.
Your taste
All the way.
buds will not be
Don't pay
disappointed.
End of the day, don't pay secondary for anything.
That it is true.
All right, guys. Hey, even though we weren't able to get together in person and everybody wasn't able to even be here online because of whatever, it's good to drink with you. Yeah. Love you guys. Keep your drinks wet. Cheers.
Next time.
Love you guys. Peace out.